Hey Commander, today's video is going to be a little different. Normally this would be the weekly event guide, but with the timing of the event info dropping in the UK, some real life commitments and everything going on in the game lately, I just couldn't get one out this week. So instead I want to take a moment to update you on the current state of the game, go over the events that are live, talk about that recent post from Scopely addressing the ongoing in-game issues, and explain why, at this point, I'm not really all that invested in event leaderboards anymore. So let's get into it. Alright, so first up, I want to take a look at the blog post here from them. This was posted yesterday, obviously whilst I was asleep. Commanders, we want to update you on the issues that occurred on July 14th, 2025. So Command Center progress was not counted for the Franklin Richards Showcase. This issue has been resolved and you can now earn points from the Showcase event. If you have already completed the nodes, you can still auto the nodes to claim your progress. Now, I've got two things on this. I think it's great that they've sorted it, and they've sorted it very pretty quickly. My biggest issue with this though comes from the fact that people will have these showcases. They're a way of farming training materials or gold depending on what you need. Now I did the Franklin Richards one. I was waiting because I knew this bug was in the game. I'd seen it pop up online. I knew this bug was in the game, and so I purposely waited until the bug was fixed to get my Franklin Richards ones done. And there's a reason for this, because that energy that I spend on the Franklin Richards Showcase, that is, albeit a small amount of energy, it's only 6 nodes, but that is 60 energy that I have diverted away from the training orb node or the gold orb node within that Fantastic Four showcase. And although it's only a small amount of energy and it's a small amount of fragments, as a famous supermarket says, every little helps. So if you went and did that to start off with, and you did those 6 nodes, you diverted that 60 energy, that was actually worthwhile, because you will get more on those first time rewards on those nodes in training materials, because there is like 7 or 8 L4 training modules on each of the nodes as a first time reward. You will get more training modules out of doing those nodes the first time than you would from farming the training orb node. However, after that fact, if you're having to then go in and spend more energy, that's then starting to encroach on the amount of training orbs that you're going to be able to farm during a day, or training orb fragments that you're going to be able to farm during the day. And that's where my small issue, it's like a first world problem issue. I understand this, but it's where my little niggle comes where that is concerned. So although this is great, they've got it all working again, I think they do need to look at this, because this is not the first time this has happened. For a short period of time, you could purchase Fantastic Four MCU diamonds using the accursed diamond credits. We will remove any diamonds obtained from all players and refund the accursed diamond credits to your account. If you purchased accursed diamond credits during the time frame they were available because of this issue, we will refund you in Ultra Cores for these purchases and remove any leaderboard points and accursed diamond credits that you received from these offers. Okay, this is all right. I think that the rollback here is pretty good. So I think this is pretty good. I didn't take advantage of this because I'm free to play and didn't have enough diamond credits. Those that did, cool. But with it being rolled back, that's the fairest way they can do it to everyone. The refund in Ultra Cores is also fair, because those accursed diamond credits are probably going to pretty much go to waste. Mr. Fantastic MCU Path to Orb offers were unintentionally giving Invisible Woman MCU Path to Orbs. Compensation has been sent to players who purchased these offers. I believe what the compensation was that they were able to keep their Invisible Woman Path 2 orbs, and they got given what they should have got from the purchase as well as compensation, which is cool. That's fine. That is Scopely taking the L. Perfect. If you used Mr. Fantastic MCU in a versus battle, now it is key here to say that it wasn't just any versus battle. You needed to use him in a balanced draft versus battle at any stars. It would count towards using Mr. Fantastic MCU at all star levels for the Diamond Leaderboard for Franklin Richards. We are going to normalize all of the scoring methods for using Mr. Fantastic MCU, so all players can earn these points without needing to do a versus battle if you have Mr. Fantastic MCU unlocked. To ensure leaderboard integrity, players will be granted points based on the yellow star status of their Mr. Fantastic MCU at the time of the event's end. This should not extend the leaderboard payout time very long. For those competing on the leaderboard, points will be awarded in the following amounts. So there was 30,000 points that you could get by doing this loophole. Now, the biggest problem with this, and the solution is great. Okay, the solution to me, those who have spent the money, or the power cores if you had that many power cores, but those who have spent the money to get a Mr. Fantastic MCU at 5, 6, or 7 yellow stars, they are going to get those extra points that they would have got from the event. There is one thing I would like to bring up, though, and that is the Command Center, the weekly Command Center event at the moment, which also gives you points towards the week-long event, which isn't an issue because that is normally completable by engaged players anyway on the Command Center. We'll go over a little more of that later on in the video, but it did give accursed diamond orbs, and I don't feel it's right that I got those accursed diamond orbs by doing this loophole, and anyone that didn't use the loophole won't get those accursed diamond orbs from the command center. So I believe that the fairest way they could do this is to also normalize the scoring method for those accursed diamond orbs for using Mr. Fantastic in the command center as well, which they haven't done as yet. 4 players received extra shards of null, allowing them to get 7 yellow stars sooner than intended. We are rolling back the additional shards that were not intended to be received from these players. Again, a great solution. Only 4 players received the extra shards of null, allowing them to get 7 yellow stars sooner than intended. Brilliant. I want to stick on this all-star levels, though, and this versus battle, because it now begs the question, how long has this been going on for? How many people have been able to take advantage of this loophole? How many people have been able to take advantage of this over multiple, not only leaderboards, but multiple events where we've had to use a specific character at 5, 6, and 7 yellow stars? How many events have people gotten away with that with? Maybe not if it's in like a specific game mode, like if it's in, let's say, War. I don't know if it would have worked for that, but I'm pretty sure that versus battle is tied somehow to Arena. And because of that, that's what you're getting the points for. And it does just make me wonder how long that's been going on for. And the reason why it makes me wonder is because there was a comment on Dorky Dad's video about this, and I'm going to leave the comment up here in the top above me. That the player reported it because he didn't want the bug to go on any longer, which leads me to think that there was a group of people who knew about this within the community that didn't share this with the community and got a lot of gain out of this, and that's not right. That just doesn't feel right. And I know it's in the past and there's nothing Scopely can do to recompense it. I'm not expecting them to recompense it, but it does just feel a bit sucky. All right, so now we have gone over the blog post there. Let's go and take a look at the events for this week and break them down a little bit for you. So in the command center, we have the Harbinger finale, earning unstable cells from Arena and Battle Lab. That is a very, very simple one to do. You only need to earn one unstable cell to be able to do that. So you're going to be getting that one daily from Arena anyway. That's nothing to worry about. Your weekly one, which is now fixed, obviously, is to use the, or do the Franklin Richards showcase. Again, we've already discussed that in the blog post there, but that is very simple to do. And then playing the blitz battles with these guys, this should be all done for you already. And if you have done what I've done and you play Arena with Blitz, Crucible, or with Mr. Fantastic MCU, if you've got him unlocked, you should have, exactly like me, a 7 yellow, 6 red Quasar in your roster now. King in Black, this is the null shards again. We're not getting anything more than the 6 red because we shouldn't have any more than a 6 yellow. We should nearly be at a 7 yellow, but we shouldn't be there yet. Simmer Blitz battle with null. Now this also works in the Sword Battle Lab because it is tied back to the Blitz coding. Which is why it shows in the Blitz window in the game. So if you sim one of the floors in Sword Battle Lab with null, you will also get this daily objective done. So you don't necessarily have to go to Blitz every day and do a sim Blitz battle. Harbinger finale week 3, daily earn gold 10k, no problems at all. The unstable cells here in the weekly. Now, this was higher initially. It was 190k. I want to thank a member of the Geek Freaks, the BPG community, who actually brought it to my attention that they thought that the 190k was a little too high. We did some math, and it turns out that, yes, there was 92,000 points available from the Sword Battle Lab. And there was 70,000 points maximum available from Arena, which put you at 162,000 points, and you were needing 190,000 points. So that has been reported, and I would like to say the unstable cells have been significantly reduced. Thank you, Community Pathfinder, for reporting that to the dev team, and thank you to the dev team for getting that sorted so quickly, as that was done yesterday. Earning wingsuits from the Danger Room, very simple to do. That is just, Old Man Logan is the key to the new Danger Room. If you don't have them unlocked, you can do it with the rental copy one. I'm hearing of most people only having to do 2 runs to get the difficulty 10 done. So that's a pretty simple weekly objective there. And then this is what I was going on about. So because I did the versus balanced draft versus battle with my Mr. Fantastic MCU that I unlocked, I actually got these points here, which doesn't sound a lot, but if you're an up and coming commander, that's 1,500 XP that you could have earned through doing this balanced draft that you obviously won't do now because they've changed the scoring method on the main event, and we'll go over that in the events in a second. But also these accursed diamond orbs, which it might not matter to some people, but you can get diamonds on your accursed with these, and I feel this just needs to be exactly as they've done with the main event. This just needs to be normalized for this week. And they just need to take the L and let everyone get those 3 accursed diamond orbs and that 1,500 XP for those commanders who are up and coming, who have cored or bought Mr. Fantastic MCU at 3 stars. Lastly, I want to say that you should be doing your raid battles daily anyway, but it is even more important that you do at least 1 raid battle this week if you're playing the game, because if you miss a day of doing a raid battle, you miss those 100 hood shards right at the bottom here, because they've done the path 2 orbs to start off with, and then you finally finish off the week with 100 hood shards. That covers everything for the command center. Next, we're going to take a look at the milestones. And in the milestones, we've got 2 events. We have the Alliance event. Now, you will see that my Alliance has already got the unstable cells one maxed out, and that is because Sword Battle Lab is giving unstable cells. And so therefore everyone who is doing Sword Battle Lab is also contributing more unstable cells. So this is all complete. And obviously Cosmic Crucible with Accursed. This is a slightly harder one this week because everyone should have the Accursed team unlocked by the end of the week. So they should be able to get these points. But the Cosmic Crucible with the team at 5 yellow stars, 6 yellow stars, and 7 yellow stars. For those of you who are free to play, you're not going to have a lot. And so I think actually our overall here, you'll definitely get up to milestone 15, but getting any further than that, getting those Accursed diamond orbs from this, I think is going to be a little harder this week. The main event this week, though, is the Fifth Force. This is a leaderboard event. It is for Franklin Richards, and because of the bug, we are at points that we should never have been at in the first place, but that's by the by. I'm going to go over the math for this event, and so here we are in my handy dandy spreadsheet. We're going to zoom in a little bit for this, and you can see here that the total milestone points that are available to be gotten is 190,000 points. We're not going to get there though, and not in the slightest. So the main sort of inputs for free to play is spending campaign energy, earning your Genesis orb fragments, and then playing the Arena, Blitz, or Cosmic Crucible with Mr. Fantastic MCU, as long as you've got them unlocked. Spend awakened ability tokens on awakened ability orbs. That is a complete and utter spender milestone. We're going to go over that in a minute because I've done a offers sheet here that I think if you are spending money on the game, these are the best bang for buck offers. Campaign energy. We should know by now we get one campaign energy every 5 minutes, which gives us 288 energy over the course of 24 hours. We get free 80 energy refreshes during the day. That's 240. And if you do your 450 core refreshes, that's 480 energy, giving you a total of 1,108 energy, which over the 7 days gives you 7,756 points because it is a 1-to-1 ratio. I just want to discuss this though now, because where we're 2 in the game, and where we've been able to get to with the milestones, I think I'm going to be able to get this milestone 16 here. So this is the one with the 200 L4 training modules. But the jump to the next level is so harsh. We're looking at 23,000 points here to get to the next level, to get this Accursed diamond orb fragment, everything like that. You can't actually get there through normal spending, and you couldn't even really get there from like hoarded energy. Now this is a leaderboard event, and I know I'm going to get people going, you're absolutely nuts, but this is going to be my personally, this is what I'm going to do. So my energy is capped out. I don't get this energy over time because my energy, I've got surplus energy, so I don't get the 288. So what I get my free refreshes every day. That's 240 energy. I'm going to do my 450 core refreshes for 480 energy. I get my 100 energy from the web milestone, which gives me 820 energy every single day. Over the 7 days, that's going to give me 5,740 energy, but I am only going to spend 600 campaign energy a day that the strike pass makes me spend. And I spend that on the training orb nodes because I need training materials so that I can build my teams. But that means I'm going to bank 1,540 energy over the course of this week. Yes, I am going to drop myself 3,556 points, but I'm still going to get this. And yes, that will affect my leaderboard position, but I'm here to say I'm not worried about the leaderboards anymore. They have managed to completely kill the leaderboards for me. And we're going to go over that in a second. So earning one Genesis orb fragment. That is coming from Sword Battle Lab. There is 20,000 of those if you can reach floor 60 of the Sword Battle Lab, which should be pretty simple for you if you have a big roster. And so we have here, if you haven't got Mr. Fantastic MCU unlocked, your maximum effort free-to-play points. So this is including the 450 core refreshes of campaign energy, and spending all the energy is 31,256. She's going to get you some milestone 14. You'll see that where you're going to get to is a hell of a push to get to the next milestone on this. Another 9,000 points you would need, which is a big push. Now for me, the with the Mr. Fantastic MCU unlock, the maximum effort would be 64,256. I'm obviously only losing 1,540 points, so I'm still going to get that milestone 16 exactly as I said. I'm going to be able to get those 200 training modules. Again, like I said, I'm really not worried about the leaderboards. And there's a reason for this. And for this, we need to look at these offers. And I'm going to start doing this with all the events now where leaderboards are concerned, or just events in general, but definitely with the leaderboard events, I'm going to start going over this. And this is by no means me saying that I'm going to start spending on the game, because it would take a lot more for me to start spending on the game. But what have we got here? So we have an offer here, £20, and that will get you more points. So for £20, you will get more points plus energy that you could bank or spend than what you would get from spending your 450 core refreshes of campaign energy. And that isn't even the best bang for buck offer. Now that price per point, you get 610 points per pound basically there on that offer. The Fifth Force Daily one here, the £40 offer, or $40 offer if you're in the US. Don't ask why it's more expensive in the UK than it is in the US. I believe they've got sales tax to add on top of theirs, but still doesn't come out anywhere close to what we pay here in the UK. Again, 625 points per pound here. The best bang for your buck, though, which is right here, it's these £15 offers. These £15 offers are giving you 10,000 points. They are giving you an accursed diamond orb there, or you can get some just accursed diamond fragments or diamond credits, but they are getting you 667 points per pound. So for £15 UK, which is arguably quite reasonable, that is more points than anyone spending 450 core refreshes. Or if you've got, like, if I was to spend my whole stash of energy, those points, wipe it out. So why would I bother now? What incentive is there for me to spend my energy on leaderboard events? Why don't you let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this? So let's take a quick look at where I am in the leaderboard after nearly 2 days. We are looking at 6,383. Yeah, I might drop a little bit more, but I can't see myself dropping outside of the top 7,000 players. And by getting in the top 7,000 players, I'm going to get myself a whole one piece of bio gear, which is fine. It's okay. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. You're never going to get up into this top echelon now. This top echelon, 1 to 20, 400 pieces. It's only if you're spending. I would even go as far to say now that unless you are willing to spend money, you won't reach this top 3,000. You might get into the top 5,000, but let's take a realistic look at this. Let's say you get into the top 5,000 players. You're getting 35. That is 10 more of each mini unique compared to what I'm likely to get. Or let's even be generous. Let's say you get 15 more of each mini unique. Yes, that is saving you some intel, but it really isn't that big of a deal in the whole grand scheme of this. So what I'm doing, I'm going to be banking my energy, and I'm going to save that for when we get a level cap increase, because being able to get up a level on opponents That's going to give me more stats anyway, and that ultimately is going to give me the leg up later on in the year. So unless leaderboards are changed slightly, I can't see me ever spending on the leaderboards like that again. And this might even convert me over to being a spender, which is probably what Scopely want to hear. And so that's it for today's video. Thanks for hanging out whilst we took a step back to look at the bigger picture this week. Whether it's event bugs, shifting priorities, or just needing a breather from the grind, it's important to stay grounded and keep perspective. This is a game at the end of the day, and you need to have fun in the game, and so don't feel obliged to grind. If you found this helpful, drop a like, and if you want more grounded MSF content, feel free to subscribe. The link to the Jetson Squad Discord is always down in the description below if you want to find some great infographics, connect with me, or maybe even find a new alliance for yourself. And as always, Commander, until next time, stay positive.